Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Scrawlrbox video. So, I'm going to say my apologies now that you saw a video last week which was last month's Scrawlrbox, and this one is here so quickly. It's because last week's one did arrive, but I didn't have much time to work with it until after Christmas and after holidays. So apologies for that, but this one is here on time. This is the January box, which I'm very excited for. So let's stop talking and let's get cracking into this. I'm always excited to see what's in these boxes because it's a genuine surprise every month. So we have our little baggie full of art supplies. I can feel a box in here, so I'm very curious to find out what that is. Oh, okay. We have our zine, obviously, our zine. Oh, I love this artwork. So this is our artist of the month. Yeah, so let's focus on the artist of the month. I really do like this. Try to zoom it out for you a little. So yes, I really do like this artwork. It's like a dinosaur lizard person. I want to say it's markers or like water-based something. You can see like paint textures, obviously with a black liner. So yes, this is the artist Roots, and this is the information. Here's the artist information. The artist is called Roots, and you can find the social media there. They have a shop as well, that's very nice. So yes, but I really do like this artwork. It's a really fun print, so I'm really happy with this. And yes, as you can see, there's also something else underneath here. So we have a mixed media pad here. It has 10 sheets, but look how thick it is. It's smooth paper, so it's hot pressed. 250 GSM, so it can take a lot of beating. The things that it's got listed is pencil, inks, or like a dip pen, and markers. But these look like water-based markers. The first thing is the sticker of the month. I honestly love getting these stickers, but I'm running out of places where to put them because I've got them on my sketchbook, I've got them on my iPad. Might have stopped them on my iMac. But yes, so the sticker of the month is matching the theme of the artwork as well as the front cover of the zine. Here's our prompt, which I'm not going to look at just yet. Ooh, okay. So first off, the sweet of the month is this. It's a sour Tango Cherry Shockers. It's like a fizzy chewy bar. Haven't had one of these in years, so that's like a throwback. I love that. And yes, I was right. So by looking at this, these are pigment brush pens, obviously. So we'll start with this. This is a micron liner. This is a 12mm nib, so it's very thick actually. Really good for doing like the thicker outlines, like the bolder strokes. I assume that's what it's going to be used for, like around here. But yeah, 12mm nib, never seen that before. I've got microns in other sizes, but not 12mm. Then as well we have just a regular pencil. It's a H pencil, I think. Yes, a H pencil by Faber-Castell. It's not any particular series, I don't think. It's just the Castec 9000 series. And then this is what I'm very excited about. So these are the Pigment Deco brush pens by Karen. I think I've got... They ring a bell. They ring a bell, these brushes. Or these pens. And they... Oh my god, I think they are? I think they are. Yes, they are. Okay. So, these are very exciting. As you can see, we've got a broad selection of colours. We have this nice earthy brown, a yellow, a bright orange, and a red. So, these brush pens, I think, I'm just going to double check. So, yes, I found them. Luckily, I keep all my art supplies. So, one of the earliest scroll boxes I got was these pens. So, these are the Brush Marker Pros. I don't know what the difference is. I'll have to test them out. But yeah, these are water-based inks. That's all the whole point of the box. There's a lot of water-based like material, so those pens and inks and stuff like that. And yeah, these were really fun to work with actually. If you want to see the video, it's linked in the playlist, which is going to be up here somewhere. But I had so much fun with these pens because obviously the bright and vibrant, the brush pens, and the water-based. So I'm very curious to see what's the difference between these and these are. So I'm just reading the caps. The first thing that stood out is water-based and non-toxic. So if it's water-based, it means it can be blended out. I might have to try that then because I haven't really been experimenting with these supplies. I've just been using the base, what they've given us. But yeah, if these are like the other ones, then I really enjoyed them. And I guess my collection is now growing. So as I was saying, I'm really excited to use these. I really do love using pens and like markers. I just don't do it often enough. But this is a nice way to really get into it and just have fun again. As I said, these colours are very bright and vibrant. I want to see how they blend well, because if you can tell, they're all in like the same colour family. So from the yellow to orange to red to brown, I think could work really well. And also the suite is very nice. So let's go and look at the prompt. So the prompt for this month is creature comforts, which is very interesting. Because obviously it's just creatures. I think it's what you're comfortable drawing with. And that's a challenge for me because I don't do creature artwork, sadly. It's one of my things that I really want to improve in, but I just don't do enough of. So this will be very interesting to try. I am getting Phoenix vibes already because of the colour scheme, but I'll think of ideas and play with it. As for the supplies themselves, so against the Karen pigment brush markers, you can see they retail for £16, so that's bloody expensive, but they're good pens. They are really good pens from last time I used them. The Sakura marker and the pigment micron marker is £2.65, and the paper itself is $2.99? No, $3.99. Sorry, I can't read. $3.99. So I guess you do get what you pay for. Actually, it's really thick paper. And then the pencil itself is £1.35. So altogether, this box is worth it. The main selling point is obviously the brush markers, and what I love about pens this size is that, unlike Copics and other big marker brands where you really do need other markers to work with them well, water-based markers, you can carry a few and a brush pen and you'll be sorted, and that's what I really like about them. So let's open up the zine and find out what's inside of this. As always, I love the spread that they do every time. So as you can see, the brush pens, they do have like a texture to them. They're not always flat, but you can use them very opaque, you can use them very watered down. Apparently you can use them on quite a few surfaces actually as well, which is very interesting. And yeah, I just love the colours of these pens, so I really do like the cohesiveness of it all. And more about the artist and their work. Oh my god, I love this little cow and the crocodile, that's really cute. So, tips for using these art supplies, I'm going to look at these as well, but it's more like how to get creative with them, how to blend these nicely, and just ideas. And what else is in here? So, this was, which box is this? Oh yes, so this was the November box. Oh, this is so cool to see everyone's designs. Let me just find my design. So yes, everyone made such cool designs, and if you haven't watched my video of it, here is the design I made in the Fabriano sketchbook we got. So if you haven't seen this, please check out. I really do like this video because it was coming back to Scrawlrbox. It was such a nice box to use. Look what I have. So this is from another previous Scrawlrbox. This is why I love Scrawlrboxes, because even though I don't use the supplies all the time, I do keep them for when I do need it. So this is a black mixed media book, and as you can see, I think this is from 2 years ago, this illustration, using metallic colours. And yeah, it's the same brand. I really did like this paper, so I'm very excited to use this new paper. But I just love all these artworks that everyone's created. I really like that as well. That's really, really nice. And yeah, so caricatures, the art of capturing characters. So I think that's kind of what they want to do with it, is do a caricature of like an animal. So I'll see how well I can do that. If not, as always, the prompts are up to your own interpretation, and do whatever you feel comfortable with creature comforts. So yes, now that this is unboxed, I'm going to clean up my desk, I'm going to play with these art supplies, swatch them, test them against the other deco pens that I've got from previous boxes and see how they compare. And yeah, just go from there.
So, before we start, I need to apologise about the shaky camera you'll see later on in the video. I have no idea why it's wobbling in the back and forward motion. I'm still learning all about this YouTube stuff every day, so hopefully next time it'll be fixed. And if you like these Scrawlrbox videos, let me know by liking this video and commenting below what creature would you have designed for this prompt, and subscribe to the channel as it really does help out. So, the prompt was creature comfort. And the first thing that came to mind was a phoenix, based on the colours naturally. And it's funny actually, out of all the animals I've drawn a phoenix twice before. And you can see those illustrations briefly when I sketched out the design in Procreate, trying to expand on those two drawings, so I guess this is kind of like a redraw, maybe, who knows. After I sketched out a design that I was happy with on Procreate, I transferred it to the paper from the pad using a very old school traditional way. Does this remind anyone of primary school using the sun on the window to make a makeshift light box? I have my own, but I thought, heck, this is just much more convenient. So, let's talk about the drawing itself. I do have a confession to make, and that I used a supply that was not provided, and that was a brush, so I could use these markers in a watercolour way, like I've done it in a previous time when I got this box several years ago. And this was purely because of the brush nibs and how complex my sketch was, but it goes to show how versatile these markers are. So to start, I laid a flat colour of yellow first where I wanted the brightest tones, and I went in with a watered down mixture of the ink to cover the lighter orange of the feathers. And I repeat this process slowly building up the layers, taking some time, but I think it was really worth it in the end. Annoyingly, I didn't use the fine liner, as I thought the black would be too harsh against the phoenix colours. I could have done a black background, but I didn't want to commit and ruin it. So unfortunately I didn't use it in this illustration, but it will be used when I'm doing line art on other pieces of work in the future. I must apologise, the last part of the video is cut off. I lost the last chunk of footage and all the photos I took, which is really annoying. I think my hard drive must have got corrupt. The photos I had to reshoot, but I couldn't show when I started adding the dark brown, which really brought the phoenix to life, I think. But you will see the full illustration at the end of the video. As always, Scrawlrbox never fails to please me. I love using these boxes to refresh my creativity, which helps reduce the chance of burnout. Especially working most of the day digitally, it's such a pleasant time to step away from the computer and relax. So I'm very excited to see what they'll bring next time. But yes, I think it's time to wrap up this video now, so thank you again for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. If you want to support me on my other socials, like Instagram and Twitter, they're all linked in the description below. Until next time guys, keep on being creative.